dumbass literally sitting here in sunglasses. It is 11 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting here in sunglasses. It's a look though, like it's a look. Here we are for part 2 of the Q&A. I have the flu, so I'm like not really feeling the best. My voice is kind of not really here. We're just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, I'm here to do part 2. It's literally like going on midnight on a Monday. Yeah, and I'm sitting here in sunglasses. Let's start off with an easy one, shall we? From Ben. And Ben asks, what's your name? My name is Shady. S-H-A-D-I-E, not S-H-A-D-Y, or any other weird spelling of it. It's Shady, S-H-A-D-I-E, Shady. John Johnson, what kind of music do you like? I like all kinds of different shit. It really doesn't matter. I like different artists in different genres, but I can listen to pretty much anything. Like, I'm not a music snob. Like, I can appreciate most music. I like rap music. I love Kendrick Lamar. I love Childish Gambino. I like, you know, the more 90s grunge shit like 9 Inch Nails. Nirvana is my shit. I love just all kinds of different things. Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, the old shit, like just everything. This is from That Is Enough with Shane's in the icon. Are you single is the question. As we learnt in the last part of the Q&A, yes, I am single, unfortunately. I don't know why. Honestly, think I would make a bomb-ass girlfriend. I don't really get why no dudes want me, but they don't. Literally nobody. Like, you all, listen, you dudes in the comments, you say that you want me, but you really don't, okay? Like, spend more than 5 seconds with me, and I will watch you walk away and be done with me immediately. Like, nobody wants me, and you know what? That's fine. Whatever. I'm not even upset about it. Ask any of the guys that I met at Walker Stalker Atlanta. They were all very sweet, but they've met me in person. They could tell you what I'm like. I don't think it's a bad thing, but a lot of them were young. Like, they kept walking up to me and they kept getting younger, and I was like, oh my god, what have I done? Because I know how I act in videos, and like, if that's the demographic that most of you all are at, dear god, I'm so sorry, I'm going to hell. Those dudes, like, you know, I think a lot of guys like the idea of me, but they don't really want to commit to that. I don't know. I'm single though. Because nobody wants me. Even dudes that and I don't like very many people, but like even dudes that I like are just like, no. Okay, this one's from IceSword1728. Ever been in a physical fight? You seem like you can really kick some butt, with a smiley face. I have not. I have had to hit people before, but solely out of self-defense without a drag-out fight. I've never been to Fight Club. Like, no. I don't like fighting. I'm not really a confrontational kind of person. I'm like a chill kind of girl. I like to give the illusion that I'm a badass bitch, but I'm also a pussy-ass bitch as well. You know? Like, I like to look like I can kill you, but I probably can't. This is from J. Ann. Will you answer this question? Yeah. This is from Dan's Reviews. What happened to your teeth? I've had a few inquiries as to what has changed on me, because I think people noticed a difference, they just didn't quite know what it was. I did have some work done to my teeth, obviously, and they're fixed. That's what happened to my teeth. They're fixed. There was an accident when I was a kid. One of my cousins hit me in the mouth and fucked up one of my teeth, and it never fixed itself like my dentist told me it would. So, and they were like, well, your teeth are relatively straight enough, so you don't need braces. So that tooth literally never got fixed. And it's just something, you know, it's one of those things we all have, like our things that we're self-conscious about, and that was one of mine. And I was just like, you know, I'm gonna fix it. So I did. And now it's fixed. Simon Negan Action Jack 93 who always asks me questions and I always answer them. Congrats on your new tattoo. Thanks. He's finally healing up and looking pretty. My question, what do you think Negan meant by "Are we backsliding Simon" in the episode Big Scary You? Therefore, how do you feel about getting to see how all of his lieutenants interacted with each other? Keep doing what you're doing, love your videos. You know that you're always the first one I go to after a new episode airs. Oh, how very sweet of you. Well, what I think he meant by "Are we backsliding" is Simon clearly wanted to do something that Negan doesn't agree with, and that was killing a bunch of people that shouldn't have to die. Innocent people that didn't do anything wrong. And I know that everybody's gonna be like, Negan does kill innocent people. Just shut the fuck up, okay? What Simon was suggesting was just outright evil. Like, just saying, well, we'll just kill all of them. Negan would never do such a thing. It literally goes against everything. You know, he always, no matter how you feel about what Negan does, he always does things to try to benefit as many people as he possibly can. He always does things, as he says in the comics, for the greater good, and I truly believe that. Whether or not you agree with that or not, I don't really care. And killing a bunch of innocent people is not in Negan's interest, and I think hearing Simon say that pissed him the fuck off. And I think that's what he meant by backsliding. Simon wanted to do something that goes against Negan's rules, and he wasn't about to have it. As far as the other saviors interacting, I mean, they didn't seem to like each other very much. I don't know what exactly happened there, but they all don't seem to get along very well. I think they do because they have to, which is a little bit interesting to me, but it's from Stacy ! Hi! Hello. What do you think will happen to the Whisperer's arc after that whole Carl incident in the mid-season finale? Really just, like, I don't like the Whisperers anyway, okay? I really don't. But anybody who reads the comics knows that the Whisperer arc doesn't work without Carl. There is no Whisperer's arc without Carl. It just is not gonna work. It's not gonna make any sense. They ruined it. You know, I didn't want it anyway, but for anybody that was excited about it, I mean, I feel really bad because they ruined it with killing Carl. He was like literally the epicenter of that whole entire story arc, and for them to kill him literally right before it's about to all happen, at least not too long before it all happens, is literally the stupidest thing. I don't know what they're gonna do. I know that's the question, I don't know, but I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they can fix this. They've killed Carl. I mean, I know he's not dead yet, but he's going to die. And they ruined it. I don't know. This is from Jackson Smith. Marvel or DC? I'm a DC girl completely, but I can appreciate Marvel, and I do like certain Marvel characters, but I prefer DC over it. It's from JB Grimes. Would you rather hang out with the entire cast of The Walking Dead without Jeffrey, or only Jeffrey without the rest of the cast? I prefer only Jeffrey without the rest of the cast. Jeff and I can kick it. Justin Perelstein? If you were one of Negan's wives and were with Negan, would you want top or bottom? I'm very confused by this question because I don't know if you... Are you talking about sex? Like, we're fucking, right? That's what this is? If I'm one of Negan's wives and I'm fucking him, is this what we're... And we're with Negan? Does that mean sex? We're fucking. I don't know. Listen, my mind is automatically gonna go to sex every time. This is just something about me that you all probably already know if you haven't already figured it out. My mind immediately goes to sex every time. I'm gonna assume that you mean sex, and top or bottom, I mean, it doesn't really matter. He can be on top, I can be on top. I'll be on top of him, underneath him, upside down, Like, really, again, you all, it doesn't matter. Just any way that I can have Negan, I will take him. Literally, in every way, I will take him. Yeah, I mean, is there one that I prefer? There's one reoccurring fantasy that I think about where, this is about to get super explicit. I'm so sorry. This is not what the question asked at all. But now that I'm thinking about it, I have to tell you. Maybe it can help some of you ladies out there. If you need, like, spank bank material, maybe this can help you out. I have a reoccurring fantasy that I think about when I'm alone by myself and, again, lonely and desperate. And in this fantasy that I have, he's completely clothed, gloves and all, literally. And I am completely naked. I've got nothing on, not a stitch of anything on. And he gets me down on a bed, like on this bed right here. Gets me down on a bed somewhere, his bed preferably. And obviously we know what's gonna happen there, but the most important part, and the part that I like the most, is that he takes one of his gloved hands, his leather gloved hands, he takes one of his hands and wraps it around my throat and just kind of holds me down and does things. That's totally not what the question was, but you asked me if I wanted top or bottom. So clearly, I guess the answer is bottom, based solely on that fantasy of mine, because he is on top of me and he's got me pinned down literally by the throat. So, moving on. Timothy Boykin, who is your favorite reaction channel? I don't really have a favorite. I don't really watch a lot. I watch my friend Amon. I watch her, and Seska, I watch her a lot. That's about it. Amon and Seska, I watch them. But that's about it though. I don't really watch a whole lot of, I don't really have time to watch a whole lot of videos. So. Who do you prefer, Punisher or Negan? From Taylor Santee. Negan. I love Frank, don't get me wrong, but Negan, of course. Duh. Bitch, are you kidding? This is from Dina Blair. Hey Dina. Asks, you're doing so well with the Lucille scenes. Will you do more? And do you think there's any chance at all the petitions to save Carl will work? So first of all, thank you so much for the compliments on my Lucille stuff. If you all don't know, which you probably don't, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you probably have no idea about any of this, but I've been doing, me and a friend of mine have been shooting some scenes here lately where I am portraying Lucille, Negan's wife, Lucille, in the Here's Negan universe. I've been doing though is I've been improvising from scenes that I feel were left out of the backstory. There's a lot of things that I wanted to see Lucille do or say that we didn't get to see, so that's kind of what we've been doing with these scenes, is all of those things. We've done a few now. I've put a few up on my Instagram that I shot with, I like to call it my candid camera. I will set it up next to Johnny's, and just so that I can have the raw footage. I don't know yet what he's doing with all the footage that we are shooting. He's supposed to put all that together, so I don't know about that yet. But I've been taking the raw footage and putting it up on Instagram for people to see because they wanted to see me act. And so, yeah, if you want to see any of my Lucille stuff that I've been doing, I'll link my Instagram and Twitter in all of my videos now. But it's on Instagram. That's where you need to look for the Lucille stuff. That's where it is. But yeah, we've shot a lot of stuff, and there's a lot that I haven't uploaded. I just uploaded a little scene last night though, on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I uploaded a scene last night where Lucille comforts Negan. But anyway, the other one, do you think there's any chance at all the petitions to save Carl will work? I don't know, probably not, where they've already shot, you know, the rest of the season. I mean, no matter how they tried to go about that. I just don't think it will work. I think now that they've killed him, so I don't really see the point. It is from Yesenia Lopez. I think that's how you say that. I'm so sorry if it's not. Do you think you and Negan's wives have a competition towards Negan? No. Because Negan's wives don't even compare. Are you kidding me? There is no competition at all. I would fucking blow them right out of the water. And him too. This is the beauty of this situation, right? If I were to be able to be one of Negan's wives, it would only take like a day for him to realize that he didn't need all the other ones and he'd get rid of them. I'm the best, of course, duh. Let's see, and we'll do one more for this one and then we'll pick up again with some other ones. Okay, Sarah Clark. First off, I just want to say that I love your reaction videos so much. Your unapologetic love for Negan always puts a huge smile on my face. Bitch. You are the one who taught me to never be ashamed of liking or standing up for Negan. So thank you for that. Oh my god. That warms my cold fucking dead heart. How sweet. My question is, I know that you're also a fan of Jeffries, and I'd like to know what other characters he's played are your favorite. Love you. Love you too. Oh my god, you're so sweet. What other characters has Jeff played that I love? I love the comedian. I think Jeff was literally the fucking comedian, like, embodied in every way. He was so fucking great as the comedian. One of the best fucking things I've ever seen. I loved him in that. I also absolutely adore his character in Magic City, Ike Evans. I remember watching that and getting such Negan vibes from that. Like when I went back later, I remember watching that and thinking like, bitch, he's like so Negan in this. The way that he would speak and like the way that they dressed him, he was like so Negan. Like a lot of people say the comedian is what made them think he could be a good Negan, but honestly for me, Ike Evans made me think he could be a good Negan because not only the way that he looked in that, but just he was such an authoritative character and just, oh my god. He was in a movie ages ago. I think it might have even been his first one. I don't know for sure or not, but I think it was called Uncaged. He was so young. Like, it was when he was first starting out. He was fucking gorgeous for one thing. Not that he isn't still, but I mean he was out of this world beautiful in this, you all. I swear to god, if you haven't seen this movie, he plays a pimp, which alone is amazing. I mean, I like to watch it just to look at him because bitch, oh my god. And I think he was on Howard Stern. He called the character in that the mini Negan, like the young Negan, because that character reminded him so much of Negan. And like looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, because he does, and like I totally see what he means by that. But that one, if you haven't seen that movie, I don't know where you can find it. I think I found it online somewhere, but I think it's called Uncaged. Bitch, he's in his fucking prime in that movie. Please watch it. And now that I'm done being a thirsty ass bitch, I'm gonna go. Probably like in the next couple of days, if not tomorrow, to do another part of this Q&A. I'm also gonna do Punisher episode 4 tomorrow as well. I promise I'm getting it done, okay? But like we're gonna do Punisher tomorrow as well, and then I'll try to do another part of this Q&A tomorrow or over the next few days. Until tomorrow, I'm Officer Friendly, over and out.